Hello, I've got a new kit here, and I haven't bought a new kit for myself in quite a while. Probably since, well, to be honest, since Wonderfest last year. You gotta come home with something, right? Pretty excited about this one, as Bram Stoker's Dracula isn't just one of my favorite horror movies, it's one of my favorite movies, period. And I have fond memories of seeing it in the theater. I've always been impressed by everything. The design work, the costumes, the cinematography, the acting, besides Keanu Reeves. And, I've always thought there should be more garage kits or model kits based on the movie, but, when I think about it, I think most of the main characters have some kind of representation in kit form, but I think they're kind of spread out a little bit, and I own a few, but besides those few, not a whole lot stuck out to me, or maybe they were released before I got into the hobby. But there's the Horizon kits. I always wish I had the Dracula and armor. I've always regretted not getting the Needful Things Renfield kit. So I have the Cellar Cast, the Steve West Dracula, Wolf, and Lucy, which is a beautiful kit. But just quick, something that's always confused me about that kit is Lucy doesn't really look a lot like Sadie Frost, and I don't mean that as that's going to sound negative, and I don't mean any disrespect there. And I always wondered if maybe that was on purpose, and maybe out of respect for the actress. Maybe she doesn't. It's kind of a provocative kid if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. I'm talking about other Dracula kits, and we're here to talk about this one, which was just recently put out. So I was pretty excited when I saw this new kit or bust of Old Man Dracula by Saul Alvarez, and he's putting it out through his company Silver Screen Icons. And this was just released at the end of May during the online event WantaFest, which was in support of Wonderfest, which was postponed this year until October due to COVID-19 and the pandemic that we're all experiencing. This was sculpted by Daniele Angelosi, and it captures the classic moment where the Count meets Jonathan Harker and greets him with, "Welcome to my home. Enter freely of your own will and leave something of the happiness you bring." The likeness and pose are great. So one thing I like about this bust, and it's been a topic recently. I saw it on the Model Club podcast, and they were talking about busts versus kits. And to me, this is a bust done right. Now, I think I still have, I'm going to have to dig through my closet. I think I have a kit. It's a porcelain 1/8 scale kit of him kind of in this pose, but he's descending the stairs. He's got the one arm out with the lantern. But being 1/8 scale, it's, you don't have a lot of room for, detail. And it's, say the figure is maybe just a little bit taller than him, the whole figure. It's mostly just red robes. The head's going to be very small. So this gives you all the detail that you want. You've got the face, the hand holding the lantern. You've got the cool embroidery on his jacket or robes here. And, that's all the good stuff. The rest of it is just red robes and grayscale or gray stairs, and which is cool. I love the full figure kits too. Don't get me wrong. I love kits over busts, but this is, I'll maybe get some heat for this, but a bust, if it's one piece, and even though if you got to clean up some casting on it, it's not really a model kit, is it? If you don't have to put more than a couple of things together with some glue, I guess snap-tight kits are kits too. But you get what I'm saying. If it's not really a model kit if it's just a bust paint. And again, nothing wrong with it, but just by definition, it's not a model kit. And I love modeling. I love that part of it too. Not as much as painting, but so this, by definition, is a model kit, and I guess that doesn't matter. But I thought I'd bring it up because these are the type of busts that I like, and I also like it. If it's not something that I'm going to put together right away or get to right away. We've got so many beautiful sculptures and kits just in our closets and on shelves up in the attic, just in boxes. And this is something I can put together, at least tack together, and I'll be able to enjoy the sculpture until I get to painting it, which this one is tempting me a little bit. I might have to find some time to actually do it. There is a little bit of seam work to do. You can see it here along the shoulder, and just your typical cleanup is going to be needed. There's a few pinholes in the base here, but that's also going to be expected, just because all the detail that's put in it. And I guess I'm used to what resin casting looks like, so felt like to do a fair review, I got to bring these things up. I definitely don't want to, make it seem like it's not a bad casting at all. It's a good casting. I never doubted the likeness, when I saw pictures online, but this is definitely one of those kits that, or likenesses that are better appreciated in person. They say the camera adds 10 pounds, and I actually saw recently it was kind of showed the difference in a face between different focal lengths on a camera lens, and it showed how it really widened this person's face out. And I know most cell phones and cameras in general are they all take great pictures these days, but I wonder if maybe the sculpture, maybe it was Saul, was sending pictures of this out, and maybe doing it with a Android or an iPhone, and those cameras are probably optimized for taking portraits or whatever, which this is, I guess. But anyway, it just makes me wonder, because I was just floored I thought it looked great. The pictures, it looked great, and when I got it in person, I was just blown away. It's just perfect. The detail on the face, the detail on the kit in general is it's fantastic. The wrinkles on the skin, the expression, just his grin, you can hear his accent, and the way everything's just sculpted, I swear you can see that kind of evil gleam in his eye that he's got, even unpainted. I can't say enough good things about the likeness here. And the hand has all the same great detail. I don't remember this fingernail being broken off when I got it. I think I did that when I was unpacking and being a little careless, because everything came in bubble wrap. It was packed real nice. All the pieces had bubble wrap around them, and like I said, I think I broke off this fingernail here, and that's an easy fix. These little baggies come with all the extra parts that you need for the lantern. A lot of kits, they might, they'll give you the lantern, but they wouldn't give you the, make you go out and get your own chain, which is always, pain in the ass trying to find good scale chain. I'm actually thinking about drilling a hole down through the center of this lantern, and maybe drilling through each one of the holes in the side to get to the middle. Maybe drop an LED in there, and it'd probably be easier than scratch building one. But if you wanted to do that, like out of styrene, you could use the resin copy as a template, and probably make one rather easily. But I think personally, I think I'm going to Dremel this out, and it might be a little easier than I think. I think about drilling out all those holes on the side. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but if you don't do that, you got to paint them, right? And everything fits real well. you can see on the arm piece here, it doesn't fit perfectly snug, but I think there's a little plug of resin in the bottom of the arm, or in the body here, and I think just once I scrape that out and do a little bit of cleanup work, everything's gonna fit together perfectly. So, like I said, I can pin everything together and have it on the shelf so I can at least enjoy it so it can taunt me until I get to painting it. But like I said, I think I may have to find some time to paint this one soon and leave behind some of the happiness that I bring by sacrificing some sleep to do it. I definitely want to mention and my eternal gratitude to making the pattern on the robe and his shirt, making that a raised detail, so that I don't have to figure out how to make a decal, which would never look as good, because unless you can get a decal to print in gold. Anyway, I just want to say I'm eternally grateful for Saul making that call and making that part of the detail on the casting. It's really sharp too. It looks great. So thanks to Saul for producing such a great kit, and it definitely fills a gap that I felt like I had in my collection. And it's fun getting a cool new kit around Wonderfest, which this year would have been my 22nd year, so I was definitely missing it this year. Old Man Dracula is a 1/4 scale bust by Silver Screen Icons, and it is $140 plus shipping. You can find and contact them on Facebook easily by looking up their name, or click on the link in the description below. And check out, they also have a Lucy bust that they put out recently, which is gorgeous. The lace around her neck and everything is great. And they also have a young Prince Vlad bust that's really nice too. Make a nice trio to go with this bust here.